Member from Chatham-Kent-Essex.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services. After serious questions were raised about the safety of the province's new Toronto South Detention Centre, a memo on confidentiality was issued to all staff from the facility's director, advising staff to keep quiet or possibly risk losing their jobs. The memo warns that the disclosure of any information may, and I quote, damage the reputation of the ministry, unquote. It's clear that the government is more concerned with protecting its image than protecting correctional officers and inmates. This memo is an insult to the men and women who risk their lives day in and day out in dangerous conditions. They have tried to go through the proper channels and were ignored. When they spoke out to an opposition critic, the government tried to silence them.
Question.
Speaker, why is the minister trying to muzzle correctional officers who are only speaking out to protect public safety?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Minister.
Well, thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, we very much cherish and appreciate the work that our correctional officers and probation and parole officers do in our institutions and across Ontario every single day. Speaker, their health and safety is a #1 priority for myself and our ministry, and we're working along with them, Speaker, and I invite the member opposite from both parties to work with us as we transform our correctional system to ensure that we really focus on individuals and we break the cycle of criminality that exists in our system. And Speaker, Toronto South Detention Centre plays a very important role as a newer institution in that transformation because it contains innovative programming, Speaker, and healthcare services that improves our capability to rehabilitate offenders to make sure that they are better reintegrated in the community. I look forward to speaking to some of those unique features more in the supplementary.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Back to the minister. We may know why the ministry wants to strong-arm its correctional officers into staying quiet. Just over a week ago, 5 scathing reports were released about detention centres across the province. The findings range from concerning to horrific. The common issues were a chronic amount of understaffing, which in turn led to an overuse of lockdowns, which is inhumane and makes inmates more hostile, leading to more staffing challenges and more lockdowns. The troubling reports were given to the government in March, but publicly released, Mr. Speaker, in November. So, Mr. Speaker, what steps has the minister taken in those months to address the crisis in corrections?
Well, Speaker, I'm glad that the member opposite spoke about the reports that we made available to public that was developed by the community advisory boards. It was, Speaker, this government under the previous minister's leadership, the current Attorney General, that we created those community advisory boards so that we can create a link between our communities and our institutions. And then we gave those members of community advisory boards access to our institutions so they can give us communities' perspective as to how we can improve the conditions in our detention centres and transform those detention centres. Speaker, that is why our government took the step of making those reports available publicly so that there is more guidance for us to work together in transforming our system. Speaker, it shows our commitment and devotion to ensure that our correctional system is not just a warehousing model of incarceration, but actually focuses on individuals so that they can better rehabilitate and reintegrate in our community, because, Speaker, we all succeed when those inmates are properly reintegrated in our community.
Thank you.